Hello, you wonderful people. So in my younger years, I used to kind of think, okay, it's not, that big of a deal. If someone's like gay and they want to come out to their family and friends, it's not really that big of a deal. Just, say it. It should just be like, oh, you should be able to just say it and just like, oh, everyone's just okay with it. But, sadly, that's not how the world works, as I've, grown older and seen from, whether it's on the news and stuff like that. Because, sometimes, people can be persecuted against because they're gay. It's like, oh, people find out they're gay, and it's like, people you thought were close to you end up turning against you. Friends abandon you, family abandons you. I have a female friend of mine who admitted to me that she's gay, and just how terribly horrified she is to admit it to her family because she's afraid that they'll disown her. To the point that she gets depressed a lot because she feels like she's lying to everyone, especially to herself, because she can't even really be herself, she feels like, because she's always keeping this secret buried deep down inside. And part of me is like, I sometimes feel like I want to just tell her, well, just tell them, but at the same time it's like, I don't have any chips to play in this situation. What I mean is, it's her choice, and it's her life that's going to be affected. It's easy for me as an outsider, especially as a heterosexual male. I don't have to ever worry about that. So it's easy for me to be like, oh yeah, just go ahead and tell them that you're gay. It's not that big of a deal. But I'm not the one that has to who will find themselves in maybe not a very favorable situation, because what if her family just flips up and be like, oh, you're gay, get the fuck out of our house and never come around us again, or something like that. Now, I'm not saying that happens to everyone, but it does happen, and I feel like that will, and the fact is that it does happen, no matter how you put it statistically of how that might work out. I'm sure it would terrify anyone, because there's still a chance that your family and friends may not accept you. Now, there have been situations where people are fortunate enough to have very open-minded parents who are just like, oh yeah, I accept you, you're my child, I'll love you regardless, your sexual orientation doesn't matter to me. I'm just glad that you felt that we have such a relationship that you can open up to me. And I feel like every parent should be like that, it should never have to be like a struggle of like, oh, whether I should tell my parents or not. Every child should be able to openly tell their parents, I'm gay. Every parent should have a very nonchalant response, like, okay, thank you for telling me, I'm glad that you told me. Don't be afraid that I won't accept you because I love you. Because if I were in that situation where I was a father, I hope that my son or daughter could feel comfortable enough to admit that to me. Like, okay, Dad, I'm gay. And it's like, okay, it's not that big of a deal. I just probably it's like, did you do your homework? Dad, did you hear me? I said I'm gay. I was like, okay, I heard you. Now, did you do your homework? Just because it's not important to me, because your sexual orientation, where it is a part of you, it is not all there is to you. It is a small part of who you are, because it doesn't completely define you. I feel like I can think I understand, but I can never truly understand what it's like to have to hold that inside of you, to be like, okay, I have to keep this from the people I love because they may not love me anymore. Personally, I believe that if a family member doesn't accept you as you are, then fuck them. If they don't want to accept you for who you are, then cut them out of your life. I feel like everyone should have that mentality, but it's like, well, it's not that simple for some people, especially when it's a parent, someone who's raised you, who may have treated you right throughout this part of your life, and then just all of a sudden you come to this crossroad because if you tell them the truth and they don't accept you, you're going to lose someone very important to in your life. I feel like it's a situation that I can never be like, okay, you have to or you should, because it's like I never have to be in that situation myself. I feel like you can give your support to someone and be like, no matter what your family or your other friends might think, I'll always be by your side. I will always have your back. To me, you being gay is just nothing different. It's like, we might have different sexual orientations, but that doesn't change like the bond we have, us being friends, or of us being family. To anyone out there who feels that way, if you're gay, pansexual, asexual, whatever your sexual orientation may be, you feel the need to hide it because you're afraid of how people might react. Do know that, you're not alone. There's plenty of people out there in the world, I'm sure, that feel that way. Just find yourself some very supportive people who who will stick with you through the end. Do know that you're not alone and that you don't have to face this alone. That's just how I kind of feel about the subject. So there's not really a question for this video, just, I guess you'd say sparking a conversation. If you enjoyed this video, do hit the like button, share the video, and subscribe to the channel for much, much more. Like always, till the next time we meet, be happy, be safe, live life to the fullest, and enjoy it. Good day and goodbye.